Hey guys, it's the Commander Casual here. It has been a little while since I played. Uh, I first off want to just start with thanking everybody that still follows the channel. Not only did I not lose subscribers, I actually gained a fair amount of them. So I guess that's probably the advantage of having a fairly large video archive. But regardless, thanks for still watching and thanks for hanging around. Realize it's been quite a while since I posted a video. That's mostly just because life happens. Nothing serious or anything like that. I'm a student. I'm an athlete. Trying out for rep rugby teams, so I've been really busy and really exhausted. And on top of that, I also recently really got into Pathfinder RPG, and I've been running a homebrew campaign for that. So most of my remaining creative energy from my busy life is going into that. So sorry for neglecting my channel a little bit, guys, but I appreciate that you're watching. Had to mulligan down a bunch, which kind of sucked, but we'll live. We'll figure it out. So this is my Athreos God of Humans deck. Human tribal. It's very like dork based to try and benefit off of Athreos' recursion ability or just punish people by making them take life. We're playing against Daghatar the Animate. This could be a Planeswalker deck, but it's probably, as like I've seen it as a Planeswalker deck, but it's probably just what's this color combo? Sultai? No, no. What's that one? I can't remember. The Dramoka one before Dramoka gets brought back from time. Whatever. Um, yeah, it's definitely a +1/+1 counter deck with the Winding Constrictor. So that's that. 3 color counters. We're also playing against Marath of the Wild, Will of the Wild. This is looking like more of a token deck, but this could be +1/+1 counters as well. It's Naya colors. Um, there's a lot of kind of interesting, goofy stuff you can do with Marath. I find Marath decks are really fun and interesting to play against, while also being decently competitive. Um, well, I guess we'll just play Athreos, because we can't really do anything else. But the nice thing about playing him out is Athreos just kind of sits on the battlefield. He never really gets removed. We're also playing against Nahiri the Lithomancer, and I'm very confident this is the Voltron deck. Uh, it's probably going to be like an enchantment Voltron deck as well. But I'm seeing a Lightning Graves and a Greater Ormancy. It might just be white enchantments as well. Uh, but we'll have to see. Nahiri's abilities naturally go really well with equipment. She's a token generator, and then just lets you abuse equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, so we got 3 color counters, 3 color what I think is tokens, and monocolor equipment. So this will be interesting. I was just complaining in the chat about having to mulligan. I probably could have kept my first hand. It had 2 lands in it, but I was hoping for a better hand, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. Mulliganing in this deck is hard because you always want as many cards as you can get, especially because it's way more of a aggressive deck. Oh, what am I listening to? It's obnoxious. Oh, that's obnoxious too. Skull Clamp for this team. This team, sorry. This player. Played too much rugby. Tell me what your favorite sport is if you guys have one, whether that's to watch or play, and whether that's competitive or recreational. Oh, I really, really enjoy rugby, but I used to play a little bit of football as well and really enjoyed that as well. Also, comment on what kind of decks you want to see. I know there's some Dominaria spoilers that are supposedly out, and because I was talking to my older brother about it, and he was saying that there's a ton of legendaries that are supposed to come out. They're even doing like legendary sorceries or something like that, which sounds super cool. He was saying you're only allowed to cast those if you have a legendary creature or a planeswalker out, which I think is really neat. There's a Stoneforge Mystic. Do you want to play a Riders of Gavany or an Odric? I got a Decree of Pain. Just super relevant right now. I think we'll play Riders of Gavany. Increases our devotion. What should we give protection from? Snakes? Or should I maybe make it core? I don't know. What are everybody's commanders types? He's human. I'm leaning towards human. I think Marath's just a beast. Elemental beast. And Nahiri's a planeswalker. I'm gonna go with humans for now. Because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of humans. But I couldn't tell you. Play Odric next turn at least. Or Dictate. I also just re-downloaded Skyrim because I wasn't really that into it when it first came out, but I absolutely love all the Fallout games. And I just started putting my head down a game in Skyrim, and then I was like, hey, if I have enough time to play Skyrim, I definitely have enough time to make videos. So, what's it gonna be? Daghatar the Adamant? I think it's Daghatar, Daghatar, whatever. I'm just wondering how much emphasis I should put on the H in his name. Our victories will protect 1,000 generations. Inspiration is reciprocal. We all have a responsibility to each other to create. Been watching a ton of Critical Role lately, and I realize I'm so jealous of their entire cast for finding work as a voice actor. Not that I am a voice actor or have tried to be a voice actor. I've tried to find work as a voice actor. It just seems like a really fun profession. Liam O'Brien is the voice of Illidan Stormrage from the World of Warcraft series in that, and you can totally hear it just when he talks. And I think that's super cool because Illidan is a super badass character, and I feel like having the opportunity to play these characters you think are super cool would just be really exciting. Yeah, so you get a Crossed Verge for a Bayou. Oh wow, that's he's taking his time. Oh, it's and a Planescape. That's why. I was like, what's he still waiting for? He grabbed a Savannah as well. He's gonna play a Swamp as well. And nothing. Okay. He did say it a super slow hand, so I guess I hear him. This has generally just been a pretty slow start, which is actually really lucky for us because this Voltron deck seems to have had a fairly slow start. Oh yeah, what did he grab with? I think he grabbed the Skull Climb with Stoneforge, but I should have been paying attention to that. Yeah, yeah, he grabbed Skull Climb. I know it seemed like most people would rather me keep these menus minimized so you can see the cards better. Um, how much do you guys want to minimize my hand? Because the more I minimize my hand, the more, not just the more my board shows, but the more these boards show. But then it's much harder to see the cards in my hand. I'm fine regardless. Like my, I have a very large screen, so I can read everything easily, and I also just know a ridiculous amount of Magic cards by art because I'm a huge nerd. So, ooh, we can play a Soul Warden and our Audric. Soul Warden and I think it's Essence. No, Essence Warden's the green one. There's another white one. It's Soul something or whatever. These things that gain you a life when a creature enters the battlefield actually do so much work in Commander. It's ridiculous. Well, usually at least. That's not what I meant to do. I definitely just passed through my attack step. Sorry, I haven't played in a while. I hit F2. That probably looked really delayed to you guys, but that's because MTGO is just a delayed client. I would have attacked Nahiri there had I had the option. Skull Clamp is actually so ridiculous with Nahiri, I'm just realizing it. Because you use your +2 ability to create a 1/1, and you can automatically attach an equipment to it. You can automatically attach the Skull Clamp and draw 2 cards. So her +2 basically becomes +2, draw 2 cards. Which if any other Planeswalker had that would be absolutely game breaking. Boom. There's 1 life. Well, track the life we gain on Soul Ward in this game. Watch it get like exiled really quick here. Just because I made a point of saying how good it was. Yes, he's got a Gaia Stage and his Daghatar now. This deck hasn't done anything yet, which I'm kind of surprised by. He could make a thing and Skull Clamp it this turn. Or I could play Marath. Mirari's Wake. Okay. So you just kind of became public enemy #1. And equip Skull Clamp to Ovia Pashira. Ovia. The Sage Lifecrafter. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. So that probably sounded terrible. That's the issue with just recording stuff like that. Sometimes you just gotta sneeze and there's nothing you can do about it. Another snow-covered plains. And a Cathar's Crusade. Yuck. Okay, so up to 3 life. Well, 4 life, I guess, with Soul Warden now. Cathar's Crusade's gonna be real nasty, because he's just gonna keep doing that and put counters on stuff. Although I guess this guy can take it. And his ability from target creature. Okay, so he can't take counters off of anything shrouded or hexproofed. We're gonna sack that and go get a plains. There's not a whole lot of point in cycling Decree, because it would only really kill Ovia and let him draw cards. It isn't super advantageous for us. So I'm just gonna play my Dictate. Because that should put Athreos online. And then all my guys will get Vigilance from Odric. And Indestructible from Athreos. And we can just attack somebody. I don't like his card draw engine combined with the Cathar's Crusade, but this guy's definitely looking like a threat as well. So I'm just gonna stomp Nahiri here. Was this the turn everyone was supposed to play really scary enchantment? Apparently. Yeah, that's why Odric's so deadly in this deck, because not only is he just a great card with other keywords, but when you have Athreos online, it gives all your guys indestructible during combat. And that's not just during my combat, it's during each combat. Sorry to let you all down. He doesn't have a scary enchantment to play. Sorry, guy. I'm a little worried about this Ovia Pashiri Lifecrafter person. Although I should say this Marath person. Because they're gonna have a ton of mana next turn. One, two, three, four, five, six, doubled, so 12. That's a lot, and that's pretty scary in an Naya deck. This guy's just playing more lands, and what's he gonna do? He's got quite a bit of mana at his disposal. We've actually drawn fairly well for lands, but now we're kind of running out of steam, unfortunately. Oh well, the dictate disincentivizes people from destroying our stuff, and then during combat, my stuff is straight up indestructible, so that's awesome. And then if our creatures get destroyed, we can just use Athreos' ability, which, at this point in the game, people will probably just pay the 3 life, but it's still something. It's really, really good later stages of the game, um, because people are like like a board wipe. You can do like 15 damage to somebody, or you get all your cards back in your hand, which can be huge. We're up to 5 life gained from Soul Warden. Pay 1 mana, gain 5 life. Solid. Sunscorch Region's super good and gross. Oh, and it's gonna get 2 every time. That's scary. Yep. Give them my dude's vigilance and indestructible. And they'll have protection from humans anyway. Or all my humans have protection from humans. Iron Wall Lodric. I feel like this guy's probably just gonna replay Nahiri. He needs to play a land to do that though, but I really doubt he doesn't have one. With 7 cards in hand. But if he does, I'm just gonna probably attack it again. I just can't let him draw that many cards. I know the or the Marath player has a ton of mana on board, and this Daghatar player's like starting to get a setup going. But I'm sorry, that much card advantage just wins games. That's just how Magic works. Our victories will protect 1,000 generations. 8. Even after a false god tore the magic from Dominaria, power still radiated from the Mirari's sword that slew her. We trust in the Scale Lords, bringers of justice that none can escape. I love flavor text. One does not question the size or shape of the grains of sand in an hourglass, nor do I question the temperate of souls under my guidance. Temperament. I say that right? I don't think so. No! The worst. But Mirari's Wake. I'm gonna complain. I know I probably did that to put, like, it seemed like a double whammy, because he can turn off Athreos with that as well, and then I don't get indestructible anymore. Because he's not a creature. So hopefully we draw a creature next turn. We just need 1 mana symbol to get our devotion back up, so. Gonna play Marath. Ugh. Good play Marath. Make a thing. Play Marath again. I've gained 6 life from Soul Warden. Growing Rates of Idlamok. That's a pretty good card. What's he going to reveal with it, though? It's just fair, guys, Cradle. Oketra the True. Yeah, that does it. Yeah, he's definitely playing a token deck. For sure. Because he wants to go wide. And Cathars, and yet Dictate is the card that just kills me as I don't have the indestructible graveyard recursion. Cathars has Shroud. That's why I didn't suggest it. Garsh guy, figure it out. Mentor that make. So you can just. Oh, that's kind of cool with Marath. You can just pump out a 1/1, pay 1, and draw a card. Oh, he's gonna Mosswort Bridge. Is it something gross? Assemble the Legion. That's pretty good. So he's getting going now. Hope you got a plan for Marath. Is that? Oh, it's a sorcery, okay. I mean, it does have a huge dude. Retribution of the Meek. Nice. She's a sweet old buffalo. I like to think of her as more of a giant elk. I mean, we're peachy. That didn't do anything to us. I'm having. He said that's the Daghatar player said that sucks. I'm having a hard time feeling sympathetic. Who Angel's Glorious Rays? Not that that helps right now. I can't even play it anyway. That's okay. We can attack stuff. Which can always yield to Odric's ability. The Lunarch Marshal. Should I just slam this guy? These are both humans. I feel like I should just attack this guy. That's within my good graces. Wait, who blew up the Mirari's Wake? I missed that. Oh, he used the Seal of Cleansing on it, okay. Because I saw the Retribution of the Meek. I love that art. I didn't realize that was the old one. Captain Cornhusk is looking a little scary. All my creatures are humans. They have protection from humans. Or should, if MTGO works. He. That's 7 damage. And we've gained 7 life from Soul Warden, so. Pay 1, gain 7. Too good. It's also done 2 whole damage so far, so that's pretty impressive. I'm gonna have 6 of this guy's turn. Technically, I can do this at instant speed, but I'm not super interested in doing that unless I absolutely have to. It'll kill my Soul Warden, so whatever. Draw me a card. I guess it'll get rid of this guy's stuff, but rather wait for his Assemble the Legion. Although I guess it gives him an opportunity to draw cards off of it too. Yeah, whatever. Wait until the end of this guy's turn if I want. That's 8 life we've gained off Sword. I guess I didn't S6 if that still asks me. Yeah, we're gonna auto yield to a symbol Legion. Who gets haste, right? Oh right, he gets one for each muster counter. I forgot that's why that's so good. I was like in my head I was just like, yeah, he gets a 1/1 with haste every turn. Like whatever. But then I realized that no. I was like there has to be more to it than that, but he gets a 1/1 for each counter on it every turn. And it gets a counter every turn. No! Only I can have Soul Warden. How dare you? Only I'm allowed to have Soul Warden. I mean, it's gained me 10 life and done 2 damage, so card is good. Yeah, I'm thinking I might decree, because it'll kill all this guy's stuff. It'll kill my Soul Warden, but I'll get to draw another card as well, and I like that. And then I can Angel of Glory's Rise and bring Soul Warden back later. Justice isn't done until Undeath is undone. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to benefit off the zombie exiling ability in this game, although I rarely do. But Angel of Glory's Rise is such a dark horse in this deck, especially late game. Your graveyard's filled up with a bunch of guys, you just play it and you have this massive board. Ideally with Odric, because then all your creatures get flying and indestructible, and whatever else other keywords you have. I think I'm just going to decree right now off this Soul Warden trigger. Yeah, we're just going to do that. Oh yeah, and I can get Soul Warden back. Look at me forgetting how my own cards work. We're just going to punish the hell out of this guy. He's going to hate me for it, but typically you want to target the people with the lowest life with Athreos' ability because they're more likely to give you the cards back because they don't want to lose the life. Yeah, so he just gave it back. Just going to tap that. Ooh, Gisela. Nice. Love Gisela. I like red-white Gisela more because she's, better, but I can't play that Gisela in this deck, so. So now here's only Emrakul's members. And of course, there's a Bruna in this deck, for those that don't know. Actually, it was the first one to get added was Bruna, because Bruna is technically a human tribal card. You may return target angel or human creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. There's no way I'm going to run one half of a meld creature. Never. Because meld in Commander's the dream. And I don't think I've got to do it with Bracella. I have melded Bracella in Commander before, just not an MTGO. The best way to do it, FYI, is to run Captain Sisse. Because you can just tutor them both up really quickly. You tutor Gisela, play Gisela. If Gisela dies, you tutor up the other one, Bruna. Then you play Bruna, bring back Gisela, and then they meld. And you get Bracella. Ungodly abomination, the voice of nightmares. Upon discovering what had become of her sisters, Sigarda could only weep. I absolutely hate Infected Commander. Can be kind of gross. But I can't pretend I'm better than that. Not a human, so unfortunately I have to deal with that. Oh no, we're only at 46. Ooh, Erebos. Fortunately, we're nowhere near having any devotion for him, but Good card. Man, sure wish I had that decree for after he played those. We'll sword and we'll Gisela. So all my creatures will gain flying, first strike, vigilance, indestructible, and lifelink on my combat. Which is pretty awesome. Oh, sweet. These aren't flying. I can just kill Elspeth. Elspeth. We'll spread the damage. This guy's been pretty neutered, so. No, we're just gonna attack this guy. Because he's got kind of a scary board going, and that Greater Oromance is gonna make dealing with anything else on his board harder. I'm not a fan either, but I could have done something with that board state if I played cards like that instead of getting a one-sided wipe. Meanwhile, between us and us is for doing stupid things. Excuse me. I am not doing stupid things. I've been managing scary players. Broken. This is not broken. It's just good, okay? Okay. Yeah, we gained a whole bunch of life from that too, so. Gisela is absolutely nuts with Audric just because she has so many keywords. Flying first strike, lifelink. And then you give all that to everybody else, and then they all get indestructible and vigilance. Oh, so good. I'm at 27, gonna be super passive. Audric with an indestructible commander. Yeah, but I'm not running him with, what's his face? There's a red-white commander that is just straight up indestructible. He's the maze runner for Boros. I can't remember his name. He's a soldier. He has battalion. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. That'd be gross, because then you always have it. At least Athreos is conditional. But I understand why he's upset. It is. I don't even think that was something I originally noted when I put Audric in here. I was just like, hey, there's keywords, and Audric's cool, and he's a human. Nice thing, too, is I'm essentially like preparing for a board wipe, too. If I get board wiped and all my humans die, I'll play Angel of Glory Stars and get the back. Unfortunately, I won't get Gisela back with that, because she's an angel, but an angel horror. Audric's given me like a pretty solid offense and a really solid defense as well right now, so I'm happy about that. Play Erebos next turn. Draw a card. Falconer gives flying to all creatures, or all creatures he controls with +1/+1 counters, yeah. It's one of those +1/+1 counter lords. Abzan, that's the color wedge. Ugh. I'm sorry for anybody who furiously typed that in the comments before I got to it. We're 34 minutes in, so. Chromatic Lantern for this guy. Always good choice. And I think in 3-color decks or more, I think this is like an absolute staple in 5-color decks, and then it's just very heavily warranted in 4-color decks. 3-color decks is just nice because the kind of the standard going rate for mana rocks is 2 or 3 mana. So I would usually put like signets in my deck if unless I'm like really pushing a lot of mana colors. Then I look at Chromatic Lantern and some of the 3-color ones. Like Darksteel Ingot 2 is pretty solid. You don't get a ton of value out of it, but I'd take it. Felwar Stone is really good for a 2 mana card, but it's a little janky as well because it depends on who you're playing against. Sorry, I'm yawning at 11:45. It's the middle of the day, but I'm gonna have some carbonated water because that's downright delicious. No, Parallax Wave. Oh, hey, didn't adjust my ability. Go to exile. I didn't mean to type that in caps. That's why he targets commanders with it, is because he knows people haven't. You can right click on your commander. I've yielded. You can right click on your commander and change where it goes when it gets exiled. And he just knows people have it sent to the command zone by default. Yeah, see. Neither of those guys did it right. That's okay. He can take a swing at me. It's got fading, so Diesel Gisela will come back. I still got protection. Oh, they're not humans. Damn it. Hey, take your swing at me. I guess I'll replay Athreos next turn, because they kind of have to. That's kind of a smarmy strategy, but whatever. Maybe he's planning on board wiping here. That would make me sad, but I'll live. If I drew a land next turn, that'd be hilarious. If he board wiped. I did draw land, but Pele. And we'll get Gisela back until my next upkeep, unfortunately, but or his next upkeep, rather. Yeah, let's tap out. No, I'm not gonna tap out because he could still do that. Oh, and I don't have. Darn it! This is gonna get like 2 attacks in here on me. I can still attack. He's not a human. I can still get it on Icy Nips for free. Oh, I could still hit this guy for free. Screw that. I'm gonna hit that guy. It's just 7. It's not a ton, but it's damage. Yeah, he's kind of exploiting the rules of MTGO that like wouldn't really work in paper with Parallax Wave. So, because it automatically assumes that whenever your commander gets destroyed or exiled, that it just goes back to your command zone. You can change that in the preferences, but I was F8'd, so it didn't give me the option. Which just about everybody does in Commander, because it just makes games go faster. So, Smart may play a capper, but that's okay. Oh, sorry, I left these open. Yeah, big fan of the signets as far as 2-color mana is concerned, because it gives you colored mana. Or sorry, two mana rocks is what I meant. But yeah, it gives you 2-colored mana, which is really good in multicolored decks, stuff like that. Ooh, Soul Ring. Still good at this point, but makes way less of a difference because not a lot of people have cards in hand. I can start drawing lots of cards though, and I'll get my Gisela back as well. So the life gain will easily offset paying it. Soulwarden's done a ton of work this game, which is awesome because that's just what Soulwarden does. But Gisela's a beast. 4/3 flying, first strike, and lifelink is very good for 4 mana. And then you just add the goofy, hilarious meld ability with it as well. Yeah, so we're going to be playing Erebos next turn. So I don't want other people gaining life. Because I'm greedy like that. It's my life to gain, not yo's. Yes, I'd like to yield here, but I'm not because of Parallax Wave. I think it's just creature. Exile target creature, yeah. But still. He's attacking with flying, so I can't block that. Yeah, I'm getting ganged up on a little bit here, which is understandable, I guess. My board has the potential to be very scary, with Gisela back on it. Nice thing though is if I get board wiped, I can always play Angel of Glory's Rise. I have Tusk Fortress. That's a cool card. I was gonna say, because his creature's flying and will untap, he can block some of my stuff, but it's a human, so can't block my humans. Yeah, you get some duders, I gain some life, because Soul Warden is really good. I would encourage if you're running any kind of white weenie style deck, or even just like a white creature deck, token deck, anything like that, just throw a Soul Warden in there. Does some serious work. It only costs 1 mana. I know it like takes up a card slot of your your 99 and also in your hand, which can kind of suck, but like it's gave me a ton of life this game. Essence Warden's the green one. There's another white one. It's like another cleric. Yeah, I'm gonna whip out Erebos next turn, which will shut off Essence Warden and this guy's Obzon Falconer. Call for Unity. That's pretty good. It just if the revolt trigger happens, his creatures get an extra +1/+1, so it's kind of like a lord effect or an anthem effect, sorry. Oh, and that's gonna trigger it, and then his dudes are gonna get that revolt trigger. That's a pretty cool combo. Yeah, so he's definitely doing like the token go wide deck, but it's with little dudes. Eustronic Resonator. Can he copy the revolt trigger? Yeah, I think so. He doesn't have any mana up to do it, but oh, his growing rights is gonna flip though, so he will have mana, depending on if he stacks his triggers properly. Because this is on end step too, right? Yeah. So if he stacks that and then growing rights will flip. He can tap growing rights and then use Stranic Resonator on the call. That would be the way to do it. Okay. Oh, he did that to stop the growing rice from flipping. Good call. Yeah. Give me Gisela back. Booyah. What the? I just want to tap these so I can F8. But I suppose I can just F6. Yep. Okay, you get punished with Athreos then. Enjoy your punishment. What did he pick? Oh, it's converted mana cost, right? I was like, shouldn't that have killed his stuff? Because I thought it was power. Let's probably try to figure out which of these triggers is for which. Such a pain. We can Angel of Glory's Rise and get stuff back. We don't get the Gisela though. It's just super sad. And now we're gonna take a hit. Yep, because we're public enemy. I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna play Angel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I just want to confirm I could actually do it. Might as well block with Soul Warden if I'm gonna play Angel of Glory's Rise next turn. I can punish this guy. Unless he wants to give it back to me. Yeah, I did. I guess we'll name Soldier. Ugh. No lifelink though, which is annoying. I am just gonna go for the throat on this guy. If I'm being ganged up on, I might as well just focus on killing them. So he's lowest. If he blocks, yeah, I guess to draw cards, but it's one less thing attacking me. Gonna take a hard 5. All right. Yeah. So unfortunately, we lost our Gisela, but we've been attacked a lot, and we're still sitting at 40 life. So that's really awesome because of Gisela, Audric, and Solward. And now, well, we don't have lifelink. Every combat, my creatures get indestructible, vigilance, and flying. And they always, all my humans have protection from soldiers. So Daghatar again. It's been a good game though. Lots of back and forth, and it's been like 50 minutes as well. Yeah, Odric trigger. Flying Vigilance Indestructibles. This is why Odric is ridiculous. It's because he just gives you so much defense. I feel like running an Odric Lunarch Martial Commander deck would be really fun too, but I like him just in this Athreos deck. I assume he's attacking this Cornhusk guy. Yeah. Fun fact, one of my nicknames is Corn, because I like corn. Not even more than like the average person though, but just like corn. I ate some corn one day and people were like, huh, that's gonna be your nickname. It wasn't even an excessive amount of corn, it was like a single cob and a little bit more. You'd eat like 3 or 4 whole cobs to myself though, nothing ridiculous. I'll get you the true. Double strike indestructible, can't attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures, which he has exactly. But it doesn't have haste, so. Are these guys warriors? Okay. That's a soldier. Take that. Oh no, Catcher's just a god, right? She makes warriors. I'm just wondering how much value I'm actually going to get out of naming the soldier type. Riders of Gavony is just like a fine creature, but it's so good against tribal decks, and that's why it's in here. So you could be up against like tribal zombies or something like that. You name zombies, and then it's just like ha 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 ha. Because it has vigilance, it just makes such a good blocker with its ability, and then you can also just get in for damage because they can't block you. And then you just block whatever the named creature type is for days. Which is really advantageous. I mean, if this... The thing is, like, I get board wiped again. I can just start dumping all the Athreos triggers on this guy. So he either has to, like, literally die, or just I just get a ton of stuff back, and then he just dies eventually anyway. Mimic Vat, yuck. That's a problem for me. Because if the card that goes to my graveyard gets exiled, even if the person says I can have it back and doesn't pay the life, it doesn't go. I think based on how this triggers stack, though, they can only do that with one of them, but... Yeah. I think I'm just going to have to kill this guy outright, if I can. Just because these guys are way farther from being killed, and I'm just getting ganged it. Well, I guess not so much now, but there was a few turns where this guy was just hammering me hard, and these guys were either aiding or sitting passively, which just regardless means I'm at the disadvantage at the table. Even though I don't think my board's that scary relatively right now. It's good, for sure. Sorry, that was a long yawn. It's definitely good, but I don't know. Just the combo I'm running right now with Odric and Athreos is really strong. Turn target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield or to your hand. Your hand, right? Yeah. What's he targeting? Parallax wave. Yuck. Wait, turn off my auto yields. I'm gonna leave it, and then if he... I turned off my auto yields, so now that if he tries to exile Athreos, I can put it in my command zone. Which is exactly what or so I can put it in exile. Yeah, so now it'll go to exile and not my command zone. I don't even want to kill this guy, but he's making me. Freaking Parallax Wave is ruining me. Wow. He's just going for the throat now. I can say the same. I'm on 9 because mostly you. Yeah, because you keep attacking me. I have to kill you to stop. Yes, there goes my whole board. So that's awesome. I get it all back next turn, but I'm taking 18 damage here. And then possibly another 7, so 25 plus. I could be taking 36 damage this whole round. 37 if that guy equips his. Oh, 38 if that guy equips his Skull Clamp to a Ketra. So that's awesome. And then this guy also gets another turn. I'm just dead then. Pretty much. Okay, play Soul Warden because I need to gain some life. And I have 6 mana left over. Erebos and a Cold Steel and an Intrepid Hero. Intrepid Hero just gives me another blocker and gains me another life, so I might have to. Erebos will just make me look scarier. Yeah, I think I just have to play the Intrepid Hero. Because it's a blocker. That Parallax Wave, man. I think I can survive. And then I get all my stuff back at least, but... Yeah, sure, we'll name black. And we'll pass. Tough call. Guess this guy can Parallax Wave away one of my blockers too. Gersh. He's gonna steal a counter now that doesn't have boots on it. Haha, got him. I like Daghatar, the Adamant, as like a card, but I think his ability is way too expensive to be good. He's 4 mana to play for a 4/4, which is fine. He's got Vigilance, which is fine, but I think it should just be like 2 mana to activate his ability, 2 colored. I don't know. I get that like it's partially like that because as soon as you get like Winding Constrictor and Hardened Scales and Doubling Season and stuff that increases the amount of counters you put on stuff, it can double up and combo off, but that's why you just get rid of the 1 neutral mana, because that will make a huge difference. You'd have to create an infinite amount of colored mana, which is a lot harder to do than just creating infinite colorless mana. Remember Craft Judge? He gets to draw 2 cards. Honestly, the more creatures these guys play on their turns, the better the advantage, or the better chance I have of actually surviving because of my Soul Warden. Oh, actually, this guy doesn't get another attack in. What am I talking about? Oh, wait, no. Okay, so. Oh, I'm super dead then. I misinterpreted how fading worked. I assumed it was if you take a counter off of it and then there's no fade counters left, it gets or it's sacrificed. But it's being able to upkeep, remove a fade counter, and if you can't, you sacrifice it. So there could be another whole turn cycle of me without my creatures. Because if he doesn't exile another thing, it's just gonna run out, and then I still don't have my creatures. And each turn cycle in Commander takes a ridiculous amount of time, especially in this late stage. So that there's a very good chance I'll just die because of that parallax wave the second time. So yeah, that's not great. And so far all I have in my hand is an Erebos. If I drew up like a Damnation or some kind of board wipe or something like that, happy days, but that's unlikely to happen. I'll probably draw like with my luck right now, I'll probably draw like a land or something like that. I'm just really impressed that this deck has done so well against the amount of cards I've been having to draw. These guys won't bother to piss this guy off until I'm dead. I'm not going to be all salty. That's fair. Goes the threat. Makes me wonder what I could have done if I started with a full hand. Because the only extra card we drew all game was off the Cycling the Decree. And these guys had skull clamps and stuff like that. I guess this Daghatar player didn't get to draw a bunch of extra cards, but this guy at least got to skull clamp a little bit. Yeah, look at our libraries, like 81 cards, 75, 67, 76, which just means these guys have gotten a way more card advantage than I have, so they've gotten to use more cards. Athreos kind of makes up for that by letting you replay stuff that can die, but the only thing I've had bounce to my hand was Soul Warden. So, if you kill me before the guy with doubling season out, I'll be super disappointed. I'm just trying to play politics now because I don't want to die. I essentially need another turn cycle to get my cards back, and then I'm in the clear, I think. But the only reason I'm still alive is just because of Soul Warden and Gisela, so they've gained me a ton of life, which has paid off majorly. Doubling Season just has so much potential to absolutely ruin stuff. That's mostly with Planeswalkers, but you can't know that he's not gonna. I'm sure there's Planeswalkers in his deck, because there's lots of token generator Planeswalkers like the Elspeth we already saw. So, yeah, he's gonna draw like 4 cards here. He's gonna draw 4 cards, and then I'll have 5 mana to work with still. I mean, yeah, like copying the Skull Clamp's good, but Skull Clamp's ability just costs 1, so he could have just clamped the other soldier, but I guess he wants to keep it around, even though Catcher's offline already. A fool knows no fear. A hero shows no fear. Really, guy? Really? Yep, that's getting in. Yeah, so much power does this guy have on board? Uh, 3, 5, 9, 13, 18. So theoretically, I can survive his attack. I won't survive after that, though. This card's not bad, but I don't know if it's mythic quality. Oh, for each attacking creature. Okay, that's pretty good. I think it'd be better if I guess if the thing it made was a clone, then its ability would continue infinitely. I was gonna say the 3/4 bird with flying. If it were a copy of Wingmate Rock, then when it enters the raid would trigger. Damn. So I'm upset he did that because I'd rather just these guys have just killed him. Oh my god. I didn't realize the combo that is. So I get my stuff back and he gets Parallax Wave back next turn and he can just keep doing that. Because Parallax will sacrifice it as upkeep. He gets the thing back, targets Parallax Wave back in his hand, and he can just keep replaying it. Costs him 4 mana to keep doing that, but that's easily maintainable. I get all my stuff back. Uh, I guess we still choose Soldier. Just to defend from this guy's stuff. Well, I gain some life. I can play Erebos next turn to stop these guys from getting life. Oh, Angel of Glory's Rise, which the trigger doesn't do anything unless there's zombies to be exiled, because there's no humans in my graveyard. At least I gain a bunch of life. But he can just Parallax Wave a ton of my crap again now. At least I can start knocking stuff off with Intrepid Hero. Really wish that guy'd save that Mortify now to kill the Parallax Wave. Although I guess it just would have worked the same, provided he had a counter left on Parallax Wave. Oh look! Parallax Wave. That's that combo makes me upset. Makes me butthurt, and I'm mad about it. But that's okay. I'll figure something out. You can get Erebos out and stop this guy from getting life off the Essence Warden. These kind of cards make me want to do Artificer Tribal. Gasp! I'm being salty, in case that wasn't obvious. That's it? Okay. Was he trying to parlay with me? I guess he can exile whatever I try to attack him with. Oh, and if I kill him with things exiled, I lose them for good, don't I? Parallax Wave is a pain in my butt. Giselle, I need you. Or rather, I need Bruna so that I can get you. At least Erebos won't be a creature, so I can't Parallax Wave it. It also just caps off this guy's potential life gain. Yep. Just gonna do that as a precaution. Yep. Okay, I really need a Bruna. Because I get Bruna, I can bring back Angel and bring back the rest of my stuff. I'm not putting any of my stuff under Mimic Vat. Does he have humans in his graveyard? It might have been a good idea to do. He's got a Soul Warden and a Mentor. Well, I guess Chaos would die. I might have done the Angel. He took the rock. I guess that's pretty good. Because he can use the rock, attack with the rock. Oh wait, no, it's Raid, isn't it? Okay, so I'll have to attack with something else to benefit off of it, but... So we didn't draw a Bruna. So we're sad. But we have an Erebos. But we're not a threat, so that's good at least. We have a path, okay. Oh, I don't like spending life, but gotta be done. Alright, we'll save the path. Just in case. This guy still at 45 life. The heck? Man, this has been a lot of back and forth. We just need Bruna. Bruna, and unfortunately I can't go for Gisela and go for the meld, which makes me sad. But grab Bruna, and then we can bring back Angel of Glory's Rise, because you can bring back a human or an angel. And then that'll bring back the rest of my humans. So, we just have to survive until Bruna. That's the current goal. We'll get Athreos back once the Parallax Wave's gone, but that's gonna be short-lived. Cathar's Crusade. That's a pretty good card, as we've already seen. Oh, that guy's got a Maze of Ith too. Yuck. Tuskard Captain. It's a counter, which means he gets trample. I don't know why this looks so funny. It says could have stopped all this, but he put one of the L's in front of the A, so it looks like lol. And I'm not sure why that's so funny. Maybe it's because it looks like LOL, but it's cracking me up a little bit. Have parallel lives. It's good. Not nearly as gross as doubling season. So he can attack with 2 wingmate rocks here this turn. So I was gonna say, which isn't that big of a deal, but it kind of is, because that's 6 damage. This guy can blow 2 of his parallax counters to survive, but what else is exiled with parallax? These guys have anything? I know he exiled Stoneforge and his monk or whatever. Everybody gets Daghatar's Crusade. I don't think I actually have one in this deck, although it wouldn't be bad in here. Yeah, no, I just checked that. He doesn't have anything in exile. And this guy just has the 2. And then Athreos is in exile in mine. So he'll come back. And then he won't be online because I don't have enough devotion. And then he can't get Parallax Wave until he's online again. So that's nice. Asceticism. Disgusting. Yeah, I'm just going to yield the turn. At least this guy doing the infinite parallax thing is just gonna like neuter him for doing anything else. Why isn't it? I keep hitting like F6 and it's not yielding the whole turn. I know this is this next guy's turn. Yeah, so we get our stuff back. This guy gets a Tuskard Captain, I get Athreos, he gets his monk and his guy. I guess the counter to this combo is just not having enough creatures to use parallax counters on, because then all of his stuff's just gone. But there's like never gonna be a point where there's not that many counters. But I can stop the combo with Path. I haven't. Yeah, I can get rid of the Monk Idealist right now, actually. I think I have to. No, I'm gonna wait. Because the Parallax Wave combo doesn't screw with me right now. It'll just keep these guys in check, so unfortunately he'll be able to benefit off the Stoneforge Mystic still, but I'm not ready for this yet. The issue is that like I have to do it while he doesn't have Parallax Wave counters up. Damn. Maybe those guys see it as an act of good faith. He can still get Parallax Wave again, but that's his last use of it. Unless he gets some other kind of creature that recurs enchantments, which is not that unlikely, honestly. There's like Soul Warden and a bunch of other stuff. Yuck. He wants to start gaining some life, that's why. Oh, he can't gain life though. Oh my god. Of course he's got 2 swords now. Oh, really hope that doesn't come from me. Well, I got rid of the Parallax Wave combo. Oh my goodness. So we're just hosed then. Because if we get Bruna and anything that does... Nope, that's just gone. Okay. Yeah, we're getting hit. Ah, that's frustrating. Yeah, it's just been holding that Torpor Orb while that combo was going. Still kind of surprised he attacked me over this Cornhusk guy, but it's probably spite. Which makes sense. Now he can play and equip his other sword. Oh, Council's Judgment. Permanent you don't control. Wow, so you can just exile my stuff here too. You guys vote for Erebos. He's gonna gain life back with Sword of Light. And oh no, it's not. It's War and Peace. I'm just trying to convince him here. I was just trying to be opportunistic and get rid of asceticism in that process. Oh no. Now Erebos permanently has a vote. Oh look, it's everyone's favorite Parallax Wave. Timna the Weaver. Ha. So, I guess he can't equip anything more to this unless he plays another creature. Uh, I need to draw cards, but I'm scared too. Sure. I'm doing nothing with my 0 cards in hand. Oh, it's because I haven't F8'd. That's why. I was like wondering why everything, but I turned off my auto yields. That's why it keeps asking me for stuff. So, what's it gonna be, people? At least we can start gaining a little bit of life back with Timna. You have the most cards and have equipment. He's just playing politics now. He knows. Doubling season. These guys are playing very similar decks, just with a different color. Yeah, doubling season's scary, but not when you have no cards in hand. Like the time that the exact card that would make it really scary would be a planeswalker that has a token generating ability, which I'm sure that guy has in there, but like he's got to top deck something if he wants to do anything with that doubling season. He's just gonna make a couple duders probably, or 3 of them rather. That'll put a catcher online and get him a bunch of counters, which is terrifying. Oh, he can just kill him this turn. Oh, Cathar's Crusade doesn't trigger. I tried to say that earlier, and you still attacked me. Doesn't feel good, does it? Now I'm just applying salt to the wound. So I'm being a little petty because I'm sour. I don't know if that was obvious yet. I had a chance to kill you and I didn't. The die has been cast. Is it die as in like dice, or as in die as in like you're splashing something colorful on someone and ruining their clothes? Is where the expression comes from. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it up to ambiguous quotes. I was actually, honestly, I was really hoping that my comeback game after my hiatus was going to be with Bad Bowler. That would have been perfect. Because I know a lot of you guys love to watch Bad Bowler just rage hard. And a lot of you have actually played with or against him before, and he's just it's not even just me. Everybody that's commented on Bad Bowler has said exactly the same thing. And the fact that like you have a name throughout online or MTGO name for yourself as being like the worst, I find hilarious because that means that like he must act like that all the time. Like does that I feel like he probably just doesn't finish games unless he like completely wins it. But I find that a lot of his decks are a little overpowered, and then he just like he chalks them up with a ton of really really good cards. And then most of the times I've played against him, he like rolls out, and then he's always the first one to roll out, and people jump on him for it, and then he just quits because he's like he thinks people are ganging up on him or something. Oh, he's calling me out on being salty. You were at 40, I was at 9. Why are you the one with the most salty? I was at 40, and now I'm at parallax. Monk combos will make anyone salty. One-sided, it was all creatures over 4. Sorry, I had them all. It was one-sided, though. All three of us lost stuff for that. He didn't lose anything, so. He's like, he's asking, even in his own point, he's like, you're 4 now, I was at 9. Why are the one with the most salty? I don't know what shit hurt here or something. I don't know. I don't know why he's surprised. Maybe he's just playing politics, but he seems frustrated that people are salty about him messing with them or doing things that just make people salty. Like I don't know if he could be really juvenile here and just parallax wave a whole bunch of stuff and quit. Because I'm pretty sure um, the resolving ability won't work because it's a trigger that goes on the stack. Can you minimize, please? There you go. Yeah, because if he parallax waves a whole bunch of us, um, and then just quits, he ceases to exist. So like all of his triggers cease to exist. So the ability, like the trigger that goes on the stack, which is the last line of text, which is when Parallax leaves the battlefield, each player returns. That just won't happen. So all the cards exiled with Parallax Wave will stay exiled permanently. Yeah, he's just playing like a. I assumed his deck was super equipment focused, and I don't think it is. I think he's literally just running the swords and then a ton of protection. It's way more pillow fort focused. He must have talked to Sacred Mesa. So what would they say? So you cast that spell knowing it only killed my entire board, that I had done nothing to you so far to provoke that, and I'm salty about it, and you're surprised by that. Derp derp. Yeah, no, I agree with this. I see my nips guy. That's a hilarious name as well. Um, yeah, this guy seems aghast that people are annoyed that he wrecked all their shit. It's like, yeah, you've board wiped like 2 or 3 times. Surprised you still cry over a wipe in Magic. You asked why we were salty. We told you. You were the one crying. about losing. What's Martyr Spawn do again? Uh, yeah, he's just playing Salt dot deck. Oh, but I can Athreos him with stuff, so that's nice. Can't I? I can. Don't mimic Vadit or you'll ruin it. Should have put yourselves in your opponent's shoes then, not crying at all. Yeah, I don't know. I understand why this guy's like I totally understand getting political and trying to convince people not to kill you. That's just part of the game. Um, that's a good rule. My personal rule is not to be salty unless someone targets me for my commander or for a color I play. That's fair, I guess. Actually, I don't know, because there's a lot of like I think it's I'd adjust that and say like I target people based on the deck they play sometimes. And there's just some commanders where it's just like it's always the same deck, you know? A one-sided wipe is surprising when nobody got attacked. I don't know. I understand that guy wiping the board there, but I also understand why this guy's mad about it. No, well, I mean, like it's like just look at his board right now and tell you it's not a salt generating board. He's got a Torpor Orb, a Parallax Wave, Sacred Mesa, and Martyr's Bond, and then he's got that's one, two wipes, three wipes in his graveyard, and then a bunch of other removal. And that Great Oromancies, whatever. Cathar's Crusades, whatever. Those are just good white cards. Yeah, he won't risk taking the damage now. He's also kind of using Parallax Wave and Smarmy Ways, so again, really hard to feel bad for him. I'm just pointing out my side. Yeah, like I'm a little salty for sure, because I always get a little salty, but I'm not like super mad at this guy. It's just how the game goes. We're just gonna try and rebuild our little thing here. Gonna draw a card here. I probably should have led my turn with drawing a card, just to see my options. Other Odric. Happy pre-Emrakul Odric. Sad Odric. Play an annoying deck, listen to the annoying blank about said deck. I'm not really disagreeing with any of this guy's points, but he's kind of getting aggressive in the chat now. Can we just let this resolve? Please? Oh man, 140 minutes of game time. This has been a long game. I'll give you guys a nice long video for returning from my hiatus. Alright, so we're gonna draw a card here. Courageous Outrider. See, that's why I should have waited, because this would have given me even another thing. Garsh. Misplays. Maybe on this return video I'll have the return of like my literal one hater. Oh, a little comment on all my misplays. Go for it, dude. Appreciate it. Athreos is up. Should I punch someone? Devil, Devil Season's a little spooky for sure. Oh, and I can gain life. Oh, and draw extra cards. Yes. Okay, so now he's oversalting. He's going into salt overload. I don't know. I don't know why he's calling premature GG. Like he's still got a Parallax Wave, Sacred Mesa, Martyr's Bond. Like, is he just quitting then, or what? I was just saying GG Captain because he was the one who got on the chat the least, or what? What did he just Parallax Wave? Oh, his own Stoneforge after blocking. Yeah, I'll pay a life and draw a card. Ooh, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. That does stuff. Yes, win condition. Yes. Well, not necessarily win condition, but that does things. Yay. How much mana can I dump into that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be X is 5, so that'll kill him. These guys will both take 10, and I'll gain 30. Sweet. We're getting somewhere. Because we finally got some card draw going. Booyah. Now watch this guy play that one Garrick that lets you um, -6 for like a whole bunch of worms and stuff. And just ball out. So it'll be an 8/8. Because the Cathar's Crusades don't work with Torpor or Boat. Already. I have a Bajuka Bug. Mine or Captain's. Honestly, it is. I got a lot of creatures in mind, but the Torpor Orb's stopping me from doing anything with it. Just play it. Oh, it's been such a long game. My hiatus return is gonna be like the longest game I've ever posted. It's been a good one though, honestly. Lots of back and forth. I have Emeria somewhere. So here's the plan. Death to the Deathless next turn. Kill the guy with Torpor Orb. Profit. Um, then drop Bruna eventually, and then get Angel of Glory's Rise back, get all my Humies back, and then we win. But only 4 planes. Just pick. This has been a long game. Get out of here. Oh wow, I managed to spell long correctly. I corrected it. Without seeing. That's weird for me. Usually suck at that. He's gonna parallax wave Daghatar again. Is he gonna put it into his command zone or the exile zone? Because I wisened up, but I don't think this guy did. I think he just kept doing that. Okay, he did. Okay, so he doesn't have anything in mind in exile right now. I did change my commander back to command zone and not exile, so I did to the deathless, and he still has. Well, I guess he won't have a parallax wave counter up left. Oh, will that permanently exile his commander then? If I kill him with parallax wave? I'll exact my pound of flesh. I'm just thinking now, what's the plan after I actually kill this guy? Because I'll have a bunch of life, but I'm definitely not in the clear. I guess I can just get in for free, right? How much damage is that total? 4, 6, a 9, 14. Not enough. Jerk. Oh no, do I just lose here? No, it's only 5 counters. Sweet. This needs 7. Whew. I do think we lose to this guy though. Yeah, he's just got too many enchantments to go down. Did he even do... I guess he can't parallax wave this guy's creatures. Because they have hexproof. Because of asceticism. Let my ignominy, build walls thicker than iron and stronger than dark steel. Yep, can't block any of that, so. We're taking 6 here from the birds. His dudes don't have trample, do they? So he didn't kill this guy then? I'm confused. Hmm. Yeah, he gave it back. He doesn't care. The funny thing is if he chooses to keep it on the Mimic file after he's already... Or Mimic Vat, sorry, after he's already given it back to me, it just does nothing. Harvest season. Yep. So he gets 2 lands? 3 lands? sacked one of the eagle tokens. I was like, where'd the other eagle token go? Yeah, the bird. Hero of Bladehold. Yeah, I don't know if we have the win. We can debt to Deathless and kill all these guys, but I think this guy will probably just quit when Daghatar gets like permanently removed from the game. But we'll see what this guy does with this turn. Because he might try to like kill me here, but I'm not sure he can. So, long game though. Hour 51 minutes. At least on my recording software. That's such a gross combo with Martyr's Bond. I lose Athreos when I do this. Such frustration. Oh, the issue with doing this is he gets whatever, or he can take whatever I put in my graveyard. Tim lets him draw extra cards without, well, I can't gain the life with Erebos, but I feel like Odric's the worst thing, because then he can just get in for free on people. Oh, but they're legendaries. Well, he still gets one. It's not the old legendary row where they just both kill each other. Yeah, he doesn't even care at this point, he's just giving them back. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to pull the trigger on this Capper guy. They're dead to the Deathless. I actually want to draw a land before we play it. Sword of Feast and Famine. That'll give him a ton of Pegasi. He attacks somebody for 5. Which I'm hoping is this guy. Then he'll get 2 triggers. Why? He's just spiteful. That's fine. Not attacking the guy you claim is the biggest threat. He's just, like, I know he's just being spiteful now. I'm just calling him out on it. Yeah, get rid of my automaton. Need life. Oh, he wants to kill Erebos, that's why. Fair enough. Yeah, he's going to use all that in between the sword triggers to just dump out a bunch of Pegasi. And then it's going to untap again, and he can dump out a ton more Pegasi if he has nothing else to play. I think I have to pitch the Outrider. Timna just gives me the chance to draw more cards and gain more life, and I need that. I'm pretty confident I'm dead next turn. Even with the debt to the Deathless. There goes Odric. Is he gonna vat it? If he vats it, he can't attack with Oketra, I don't think. Yeah, he didn't. Alright, so we get our Odric back. This guy, Skull Clamps, can draw a billion cards. Gonna run out of time regardless, but we're gonna debt next turn. I mean, I guess the Martyr Spawn's helping us out. Because eventually he's gonna have to sacrifice his Akedra, which is awesome for us. But still next turn he's gonna be able to mimic that, and it'll turn on the Beastmaster's Ascension, because it'll be 2 attacks, 2 counters, which will give all his creatures +5/+5. So we're still in hot water, but oh, and it'll trigger Gathar's Crusade now too. And he can copy it with Strionic Resonator, so we're still in hot water next turn. Oh, and he put Hero Blade Hold under it. Gross. So yeah, we're still in a lot of trouble next turn. Oh, there's a land. That is what I wanted. Guess we're just gonna dump everything we got into this. So that'll deal 12 damage to everybody. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. We're down to 3 at 2 hours. Getting hungry. I think, yeah, if Athreos is online next turn, we play Timna and Audric, but the issue is that now the Torpor Orb's gone. You're, something something. Whatever. I don't know why this guy's so salty still. Don't act like you don't know. I see, I think you're taking this game a little too intensely. He's mad about the Daghatar thing, though, for sure. Xeldar blank, then scoop him up before your enchantment gets sacked. He didn't scoop. I killed him. The trigger to bring the cards back doesn't happen because once he dies, all his abilities. Why can I not remember how to spell cease? Stop existing. I just knew that was gonna happen. Well, I didn't know I'd freak out about it, but I knew that he wouldn't get his stuff back. Nope, my commander's exiled. Yeah, like Daghatar is still like a bajillion to play anyway, even if he got him back. So, but yeah. It was a 9 you chose to let it exile. Yeah, I warned you to put it. Actually, no, sorry. I warned him to put it in exile. It was his choice. The Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave itself doesn't make me salty. It was the Parallax Wave of the combo that made me salty, but I'm over it now. Ring had done the same. Oh, Ring had done the same, yeah. I don't think Parallax Wave's a broken card, I should clarify. I just thought it was really disgusting with that Monk combo. Kiki Jiki, that card's never destroyed anybody ever, all the time. This card's a little broken in my opinion. And you can tell mostly why, in that like this ability got totally changed afterwards and that it just about always exiles now. Instead of sacrifice because it helps you exploit so many death triggers. Collective Blessing. Yuck. Anointed Procession. Oh, GG. Corn Husk has the win now. Yeah. Well, that's the game because I gave it to him. So finish me. And so he has 8 heroes. So now he gets 16 dudes with it. And they all got the Beastmaster's Ascension. That's just magic. I'm not even mad. I was definitely salty earlier, but this guy just sat there biding his time, building up his enchantment base, and then just unloaded. He didn't really use Marath though, which kind of disappointed me, because Marath is really cool. You can do a bunch of really cool decks with Marath. I might make a Marath deck now. Do some kind of interesting Control Naya deck. I did just build one of those decks. It's a Zakama deck, just a pillow fort deck. The whole point is that you just build up your defenses, play Zakama, and then use Zakama's abilities to control the board. But oh yeah, so he would get 16 dudes, but each time he gets a dude, it's doubled twice, so he gets 4 for each thing. Is this just gonna break MTGO? I'm like tempted to see how much damage this is gonna be. That's just why I haven't finished it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, leave it a like. I guess if you dislike it, dislike it. Leave a comment based on, I don't know, anything you saw in the game. I guess misplays if you wanna. Any deck suggestions you want to see me run, or any janky strategies, janky cards, commanders, anything like that, let me know. I'll try to put it into a deck. I did make an infect deck for you guys because everybody wanted it so bad. So stay tuned. I'll be posting gameplay videos of that. Check out my channel if you want to see more videos. I got lots more videos uploaded. Oh, we glitched out. MTG broke. Yeah, whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.